The Sodder children. The Christmas disappearance that still haunts the world. Fayetteville, West Virginia. Christmas Eve, 1945. The Sodder family house was alive with joy. Presents had been unwrapped. Laughter echoed through the hallways. 10 children, 2 parents, one perfect holiday. By midnight, 5 of the Sodder children asked to stay up a little longer. They wanted to play with their new toys. Jenny, their mother, agreed, but told them not to stay up too late. She took her youngest child to bed, and the house slowly grew quiet. But at 1 a.m., Jenny was woken by a strange phone call. A woman's voice she didn't know. Laughter in the background. A mistake? Maybe. But then Jenny noticed the lights were still on downstairs, the curtains open, and the front door wide open. She turned off the lights, closed the door, and went back to bed. At 1:30 a.m., she was jolted awake again, this time by a loud thud on the roof, followed by a rolling sound. Minutes later, flames burst through the house. George, the father, grabbed his wife and 4 of their children and rushed outside, calling out to the others. But the 5 children who had stayed up, Maurice, Martha, Louis, Jenny, and Betty, were nowhere to be found. The house was now an inferno. George tried everything. He broke a window to re-enter, sliced his arm open in the process. He tried to climb the house to reach the attic, where the children might be. But the ladder that was always resting against the side of the house? Gone. He tried to start his truck to drive for help. Both trucks refused to start, even though they had worked perfectly that same day. They watched, helpless, as the fire devoured their home. 7 hours later, the firemen arrived. They found no bodies, no bones, no remains. Experts claimed the fire hadn't burned long enough or hot enough to completely cremate 5 bodies. It made no sense, but the horror was only just beginning. A witness claimed he saw someone steal a block-and-tackle pulley system from the house, the same one George needed to reach the attic. Another saw a man watching the house from the shadows, watching it burn. A telephone repairman said the phone line had been cut, not burned. Still, authorities insisted the children died in the fire. No evidence, no investigation. Case closed. But George and Jenny didn't believe it. And soon, neither did many others. Because the sightings started. A woman claimed she saw the children peering out of a car window, speeding away on the night of the fire. Another said she saw them with unfamiliar adults days later. A hotel manager swore he saw 4 of the children with 2 men and 2 women, speaking Italian and refusing to let the kids speak. And then came the photograph. In 1968, 23 years later, Jenny received an envelope in the mail. No return address. Inside was a photo of a young man. On the back were these chilling words: Louis Sodder, I love Brother Frankie. Lil boys, a 901, 32, or 35. The man in the photo bore a striking resemblance to her missing son, Louis. Was it real? A cruel hoax? A secret message? The Sodders never found out, but they never stopped looking for decades. They kept a massive billboard near the ruins of their home, with the faces of their 5 missing children and a reward for information. They died without ever learning the truth. So, what really happened that night? Were the children kidnapped? Was the fire set to cover up something darker? Why was the ladder missing? Why was the phone line cut? And who sent that photo? Decades later. Even today, the disappearance of the Sodder children remains one of the most chilling, unsolved mysteries in history. 5 children vanished into the night, and the world still doesn't know where they went. What do you think happened to the Sodder children?